Hello YouTube friends, Lorien here. Welcome to your signed general reading for the month of July. As usual, it's going to be 4 cards across the top. One card represents one of the week approximately in energy, and I'm actually going to be using the Gilded Tarot deck again. I know it's a favourite of a lot of people's. I got a lot of feedback about that, so I'm going to be using them again. And also I'm going to try something different. The one card at the bottom is now going to be an oracle card, giving the general feeling of the month overall, and this is going to be the Earth Magic Oracle deck for you. This is basically an example, a generalized example of a personal reading with me. If you would like more personal, tailored advice or insight into your own problems, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to discuss options for you and what kind of reading that you need. So check out the links below to see if you can get in contact with me and if we can arrange something for you. In the meantime, I do hope you enjoy your reading, and any comments, any stories that you have to share are always welcomed. Hello Aries, welcome to your July reading. Let's see what's coming up for you. I've already shuffled the cards and I've already put them out in front of me. It seems like it's a bit of an up and down month, to be honest. There are some energies here which seem to be being drained from you, and as well it seems like you will be able to restore balance for you in the end, but it is quite intriguing for me to see what is actually coming up for you on these cards. So let's start with the first card representing the first week of July, and that's the Seven of Wands. So it's almost telling you that you have an escape route. If you feel that everything's getting on top of you, or people are suddenly trying to poke at you and judge you and try and get their opinion over in a less than ethical way, if you were to just step back slightly, you would realise that you don't constantly have to defend yourself against these outside forces. There is an escape route. It's behind you, to quote pantomime, and if you would only duck out of that, you'd be released from all this aggravation, from all this pressure that people keep shaking their fists at you. So imagine, for instance, in the picture, it's kind of like a baying mob against you. If you were to use that exit and just go, okay, I can't be bothered with this anymore, I'm just going to kind of walk away from it. If you did that, then you would be able to just ignore the rest of the world, and they would be left shaking their fists at a blank space where you used to be. They would be shaking their fists at the air rather than a physical person, and you would be all the better for it, to be honest. It seems like it is a natural progression. Now, if you do take that advice that the cards are giving, and if you do step away from the arguments and just kind of go into your own space, you know, it is you being victorious in that respect. It is you defending yourself and coming out on top, because you just kind of are able to walk away and they still don't affect you. But it will drain your energy. I mean, in the Five of Cups in the second week of July, this to me represents slightly, you know, now you have time for reflection, and now you have time to really get into what just happened, and you may be regretting your decision to walk away. You may be regretting your actions as to how you did it, but I don't think that you should. You're focusing on the downside of it. You need to focus on the upswing. The upswing, yet again, is behind you. It's kind of like, and these two cards, you're focusing on what's going wrong rather than what you can do to help yourself. And there's always another way. So in the Five of Cups, I would say that even though you're disappointed, there's no point crying over spilt milk. It happened how it happened for a reason, and you need to now turn around and focus on what you have going for you in the background, what you can utilise, you know, beneficial to yourself. Make a change. Shake that, you know, feeling of disaster. Because a lot of you seem in this kind of, I mean, the messages that seem to be coming through are that you need to kind of push away from the wall that's closing in and find the door. So it could be that a plan that you had for quite a while isn't actually going to come to fruition anymore. You could be told that actually it's off the table. You could be told that a promotion isn't going to come around for you. You could have been given the promise of a promotion, yet you feel so uncomfortable in your work environment that you decide to leave and you hand your notice in because it's doing what is best for you. And even though it may cause a bit of, I would say buyer's remorse, you act in haste and then you kind of regret the purchase, that kind of thing. To me, I think it's something that you just need to keep an eye on in regards to that. The Four of Cups here, in the third week of July, it seems like you are eventually recovering. It's taking a bit of a knock on your energies and it's taking a little bit of time to recover, but I think you're gradually getting there. And it's just saying don't be turned off towards opportunities that may be coming your way. I do honestly feel that there is a strong chance that you can get back on your feet and somebody will offer you that help. Somebody will give you the pep talk or the support you need in order to make that change as well. And in the Two of Pentacles, at the end of the month, you start to get the wheels in motion again. You start to kind of trying to get a feel of this card for you, and I think it's kind of you waiting for your ship to come in because it's in the background of this card. It's the time of completion. It's the time of making sure that you get your life and work in sync with each other so that you can then use that to prosperity. So I think once you have restored that balance, you are then going to be able to take that chance and maybe take that voyage from one side to the other. So it could be metaphorical. It could be taking the voyage from one job to another, from one frame of mind to another, or it could be physical. For instance, you go from one town to another, or even a country to another. So it's almost like, even though you've been disappointed by somebody's actions, not everything is closed to you. Not everything is going to be shut off in the realm of opportunities. You just have to keep focus on positive, as hard as it can be for some of you. Just keep going, basically. And in the beautiful oracle card that we have underlying the feeling for the month, it's the river, it's movement. And I think that no matter what the message here is, no matter what kind of freaky deaky path that your life seems to be taking, no matter what rocks are in your way, no matter what mountains you have to circumnavigate to get where you need to be, you are still going to be moving with the fluidity of motion and your life, and you're going to nurture things as you pass. What I always think of in regards to resistance, and I think that's something here as well, you may start to try and resist the changes that are coming for you. Don't try and resist it. As much as you can, get in the boat, lie down and enjoy the scenery as the boat takes you where you need to go on the river. So just kind of let the water move you. Go with your intuition, go with your instinct here. See if you can really understand the little surprises and the little nuances of the things that are happening to you. If this seems to have happened several times before, it's because you needed to experience it again because you didn't actually learn it the last time. And as much as your guides give you free will, as much as everything is free will, I think if you need to experience something, they will try and shove it on your path however they can. So if you refuse it the first time and they think, no, this is good for you, they will shove it again in your path, and you may have to kind of, stop for a while, deal with it, and then move on. But it just seems like there's a natural rhythm that you need to get into here. And I think it starts with self-preservation, self-confidence, and not making attachments where there shouldn't be any attachments. Work is only a job that is useful for you, yes, if it's money, but I think if it's destroying your soul, I don't think it's worth it. I speak from personal experience of choosing poverty over soul-sucking environment. And not everybody would land on their feet if they did that. But I think if you have the confidence and the belief to actually go through with what you feel is right, it doesn't have to be leaving a job. It can be deciding not to do something for somebody anymore. It can be calling time on a relationship. And I think there's a lot of you who will actually feel like they've just had enough. And you just kind of want to walk away from it. So even a friendship, it's not always romantic relationships, it can be a friendship. So do take a good look around you at the escape routes that you have and the options that you have. Don't regret anything that you do. It's for a reason. If it's your instinct, listen to your intuition. When you feel ready, you will be able to pick yourself up and go back to opportunities, but don't refuse them simply because you're in a mood, or if you're under the weather, or if you are feeling negative. Don't refuse opportunities. Try and get the balance of sense of self and sense of needing something. Work, life, relationships, that kind of thing all needs balance. Because if you are to move freely, you need to release yourself. You need to kind of set the course for self-belief, self-love and transparency. Just let your emotions flow. Go with your instincts. It's not a case for head over heart this month. It is a case for strength over weakness, basically. So don't let people take advantage of you, and don't let people crush that Aries spirit, because the Aries spirit is magnificent. All in all, Aries, I do hope that you have a wonderful month. If you'd like me to take a more personal look into your readings or any issues that you may have, either email me on my address below or look at my Etsy shop to see if there's a package that you already want from me. In the meantime, I do hope that you have a very pleasant July, and I look forward to reading for you in August.